I knew something was wrong the moment her lips brushed his ear. Her smile was too soft. His jaw tightened too fast. And then he turned toward me with eyes I didn't recognize. Cold, sharp, almost hungry for a target. Before I could ask what was happening, his shove hit my chest, hard. I hit the floor, my palms scraping the tiles, guests gasping around us. But what froze the room wasn't the fall. It was the sound that slipped out of me as I pushed myself up, a slow, controlled chuckle. They stopped mid-stride. My father's face drained of color. My mother's fingers twitched. Because they both knew I only laugh like that when I already know everything. And I did. People assume betrayal is sudden, like lightning. Not mine. Mine was a slow leak, a quiet rotting. 3 months before my birthday, my parents started acting like a unit again, a little too strongly. They whispered more, shared looks across the room like they were building a secret no one else deserved to touch. At first, I was happy. I thought they were healing. I had spent years trying to keep this family from shattering, believing if I held us tight enough, none of the cracks could spread. But then, I found the file. A folder in my father's desk labeled with my name. Bank statements, signatures I didn't recognize, supposedly mine. Money missing from my trust fund. Property transferred, debt assigned. And worst of all, my mother's handwriting on almost every page. They weren't rebuilding our family. They were preparing an exit. From me. Shock didn't break me. Silence did. I didn't cry. I didn't confront them. I didn't even breathe like anything was wrong. I just sat in my room, reading every page of their plan. To cut me out financially, paint me as unstable, push me out of the house I bought for them, and take full control of everything my grandmother left me. A clean erasure. But they forgot one thing. My grandmother didn't raise me to be fragile. She raised me to be observant. So I became quiet, strategic, and patient. Revenge is most elegant when it's executed without emotion. Step 1 was simple: gather evidence. I documented everything: the forged signatures, the late-night meetings, the hidden calls, even the extra phone my mother thought I didn't know about. Step 2, neutralize their leverage. I visited my grandmother's old lawyer, not the new one my parents picked, the one who still remembered her voice, her intentions, and her mistrust of my father. He didn't ask questions when I handed over the file. He just nodded and handed me the documents that would later save me. The real trust deed, the original property papers, and recordings my grandmother made years ago stating who should handle her assets if anything ever went wrong. Spoiler, it wasn't them. Step 3, prepare the trap. A birthday party. Public, crowded, plenty of witnesses. Perfect for letting them expose their real faces while mine stayed calm and untouchable. I sent out invitations. I acted excited. I thanked them for the surprise decorations they ordered using my stolen money. I let them believe I was still naive enough to love them blindly. It was almost poetic. And then came the shove, the fall, the silence. The moment they revealed themselves exactly how I needed them to. I rose slowly, dusting off my palms, still smiling that quiet, unnerving smile. "You should go back inside," my mother hissed, but her voice trembled. "No," I said softly, "stay a moment. The lawyer you fired wants to speak with you." My father barely had time to react before the man stepped forward from the crowd, documents in hand, witnesses surrounding him, a camera recording everything. He read each charge aloud: fraud, embezzlement, coercion, forgery. My parents' faces crumbled in real time. My mother swayed. My father grabbed her arm like she might vanish. But she didn't. They were pinned together, exactly where I wanted them. And just so we're clear, I added, stepping closer, every asset you tried to transfer is frozen. Every account you touched is locked. Every lie you prepared is dead. You didn't destroy me. You only exposed yourselves. My father opened his mouth. No words came out. My mother's eyes filled for the first time, not with guilt, but with fear. I leaned in, my voice barely above a whisper. You should have remembered who raised me. They left that night in separate cars. Neither looked back. I stayed. Not to celebrate, but to feel the weight lift from my chest as the truth finally settled. I didn't lose a family. I lost two people who never deserved to be called one. And as the candles burned low, I realized something. Revenge isn't about hurting them. It's about reclaiming yourself. And I did. Completely.